Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for more. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenters. And first up is Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And Bill, you're muted.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Bill Sands, Assistant Director of Admissions at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. We are located about an hour northeast of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are a state university, founded in 1875. We have about 10,000 students, 150,000 alumni. We have a campus about 350 acres, which includes our South Campus, and which has some of our athletic fields, and also Co-op Park, which is located about a mile and a half away from campus. The pictures you see on the lower left-hand side of the screen are part of our Oak Grove, which is kind of our iconic part of campus. Basically, we have 140 undergraduate degree programs at IUP, 70 graduate programs, 5 colleges, academic colleges, and one place for exploring students called the University College. So if you're unsure of your major, you can begin as an exploratory major in one of the academic areas before choosing a major at IUP. We have a 17-to-1 student-faculty ratio, so you are able to get one-on-one help with your professors. All our professors have terminal degrees in their area. We have very few teaching assistants at IUP. Those are predominantly in the criminology department, and they are usually PhD students. We have 300 study abroad options for students to take part in, along with 170 national student exchange options. So this is a great way to build your resume at IUP if you are in a major that has flexibility and you are able to take those classes as options. We also have a teamwork minor at IUP, and it is the only one in the nation. So something, if you have room for a minor, you may want to consider that, especially if your career is going to be working a lot in teams, working with others. This would be a great opportunity for you to have something that would also aid in your ability to find employment once you graduate from IUP. We also have 3,000 internships. And also, if you look there, 73% of our internship students receive a full-time job offer after completion of their degree at IUP. On campus, we have 200 clubs and organizations. We have 19 Division II varsity sports, plenty of club opportunities. And we also have a lot of on-campus cultural events through our Lively Arts series, through our static organization, which is our student activity group, bring a lot of different acts onto campus and different presenters. And we also have the KCAC convention arena on campus where our basketball teams play, but also houses a lot of concerts and other activities. So there's a lot of things to do on campus for students. As far as transfer students go, we have the credit equivalency website, iup.edu/credit evaluation. And that is where you can find out how your credits transfer to IUP. We have a pretty good database built up. If you go on there and find that your school is not on there, or if maybe classes from your school haven't been evaluated yet, that just probably means that we haven't seen them to evaluate them. So the contact information is there as well. I work with students A to L part of the alphabet. And Lori Rolls is my colleague, and she handles the M to Z part of the alphabet. So you can definitely write those down and send us information. But basically, we will, obviously answer things through email. It's the best way to reach us. But our phone number is also at the bottom of our undergraduate admissions page. 724-357-2230 is the main number, and it can get you connected with us. And our contact information is also on our transfer webpage. About applying to IEP, we have your application, your high school transcript, and your college transcripts are all we need to make an application or decision. There is no application fee for students, so you just have to send that information into us, and usually within a couple of days we have a decision. After you've been admitted, the next steps are paying a $150 tuition deposit by May 1st. You can pay it after that. Obviously, it's past May 1st now. So we are enrolling admissions throughout the summer. So if you get admitted, you can pay your deposit at any point in time. And then once you pay your deposit, you can sign up for orientation and housing. Transfer students do not have to live on campus unless you have less than 30 credits, or if you're under 21 years of age, or you live outside of 50 miles from campus. So if you have more than 30 credits or 21 or live close to IUP, you can live off campus or commute. So definitely, you will get a link of information once you pay your deposit. You'll get information about how to sign up for your MyUP portal, and then be able to select orientation and housing. And then finally, financing your IEP education. Make sure that all your transcripts are turned into us so we can get everything straightened away for you, and make sure that if your FAFSA needs updated, we can get that done for you. Just make sure FAFSA knows that you're coming to IEP. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much, Bill. Next up is Harrisburg University of Science and Technology.
Thank you. Let me get this up here real quick. All right. All right, everybody. So Harrisburg University, we are a small nonprofit private institution located in central Pennsylvania, right next to our state's capital in downtown city Harrisburg. I will kind of start off here with the majors. Everything we do is going to be STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we only offer about 14 different majors, so I can kind of go over all these here real quick for you. But advanced manufacturing, which covers a little bit of everything. So if you're interested in robotics, the Internet of Things, smart systems, three-dimensional printing, it does touch a little bit on cybersecurity as well. It kind of falls under our advanced manufacturing umbrella. For students interested in mathematics, of course, the applied math. Biotechnology, which is a pretty cool program. One, you could use it for a career in medicine if you're interested, and you can see kind of the medical biotechnology provision there. But we also have food safety and quality assurance, nanobiotech, nanofabrication, and pharmaceutical design. So this is going to be a little bit more applied than maybe a traditional science program for our students. They do things like cloning African violet plants, three-dimensional skin grafts for burn victims, and working with a wide variety of technology in the labs to help prepare students to transition after they graduate. Computer science is our largest program that we have on campus. We do have an accelerated master's degree program as well for students interested in pursuing their education even further. And it is an ABET accredited program. So again, this is going to help you stand out that little bit more if you are interested in maybe cybersecurity or software engineering, or even artificial intelligence, machine learning, computational bio, or you just kind of want a wide range of skills in that computer and information science field. We have environmental science and sustainability. That touches a lot on solar energy now. We've seen a lot of the experience that our students have been working with has kind of led them down the solar energy path, which has been pretty interesting. And then a new program that we just launched this past year is our esports management, which also covers performance and production as well. So if you're interested specifically in esports, working in the industry, it's kind of a weird field right now, because a lot of the individuals working in esports are individuals with just traditional business or marketing degrees. They don't really have that background or education in esports. And since we do have an esports program, which I'll touch on a little bit later, this program pairs up very nicely with it. Forensic science is something you can do either the investigative science or more of the traditional sciences in forensics. Geospatial technology, touching on drones, satellite imagery, and geographic information systems. Our information systems and information technology program for students that are interested in computer science, maybe just more so on the IT and networking side of things. Traditional integrative sciences, which is your bio, your biochem. If you're interested in medicine, this is my recommendation. And then the interactive media touches on something a little bit more specific with pretty much, video web design, app design, three-dimensional modeling, printing, and video game design in there as well. So we are located in downtown city Harrisburg, right next to the Capitol complex. Have a lot of great government contacts for our students to piggyback off of. Everything is within walking distance. We do have on-campus style housing for students. It is not a requirement to live on campus, but you're able to do so. They are all apartment style with a private bathroom and full kitchen. And we have 30 plus clubs and organizations. They're entirely student driven. If you don't see something that's of your interest, it just takes you and an additional friend to create your own club or organization on campus. As I mentioned earlier about the housing, is apartment style. They come in doubles, triples, and quads. We do have some 6-person rooms, which a little less popular among students, and they're located directly across the campus. These are apartment complexes that we repurposed for student housing. So, and students, of course, can live off campus as well, or commute depending on where you currently reside. Esports, so we are actually 2-time defending national championship in Overwatch. Many have seen us on ESPN, which is kind of surreal for esports, but we have League of Legends and Overwatch teams. We also have an esports club for students that might be interested in, say, Rocket League or some other smaller games that students can participate in. And we actually were rated the #1 esports program in the country from the Tempest Awards, something we're very proud of. And this is our 3rd year. And we piggyback with this program for our esports degree program that I was touching on a little bit earlier. And we also partner with the Philadelphia Fusion. They have a beautiful new facility that's being created right by the athletic complexes down in Philadelphia. Proud to partner with them, and also some local professional teams that we partner with as well. Every fall, except for this past year, we have the Hugh Fest, which is the largest collegiate esports tournament in the United States. About 64 different schools traveling from all across the country, coming on campus. And we also accompany that with musical acts and things like that. It's a great opportunity for students to kind of get involved in the esports field, a little bit of icebreaker at the beginning of the semester for our students to utilize as well. And then scholarships. I'm sure, first is, do you have the program I'm interested in? Second is scholarships. So every student gets a scholarship. You can kind of take a look at some of the scholarships right there. And then, afterwards, if you have any questions, if your GPAs are right on the edge, you can kind of reach out. I'd be sure to kind of listen to you and walk you through the financial aid process. And of course, any federal or state aid you receive would stack on top of these scholarships as well. That application's free, located on our website, also on Common App. If you have any questions, my contact information is located right there.
Great, thank you very much, Brian. Next up is IE University.
Hi everyone, good evening. Just 1 second. Welcome to IE University. So my name is Elsa Bustani. I'm the local representative of IE in the Northeast. We're based in Spain, but all of our classes are entirely taught in English. We benefit from more than 7 different accreditations, which mean that you can study and work across 100 different locations upon graduation. All of our bachelor degrees are, as I mentioned, taught in English, and 4 years long or 5 years long when they're a dual degree, which is a combination of 2 degrees. there. They can be attended in Segovia or in Madrid, and the courses and classes vary from architecture studies to computer science to law and even business administration. As I mentioned, you also have the opportunity to study a dual degree, which is basically the combination of 2 degrees in 5 years instead of 8 years. We usually attract students from 50 plus different educational systems. 75% of our students are international students, which means that 3 students out of 4 are not Spanish. And we are proud to have 45 plus languages spoken on campus, with a total of 130 plus nationalities in the undergraduate student body. In total, we have 4,100 students, and we have 2 campuses, one in Segovia and one in Madrid. The campus in Segovia is actually older than the United States, and it's a monument preserved by UNESCO, which means that you'll be evolving in a historic site that has adapted to your teaching needs and still has extremely modern facilities. Here you can see like a couple of pictures of Segovia as a city. The castle of Segovia is one of the castles that inspired the logo of Disney. Here you have a couple of pictures about the campus in Madrid. We are launching the IE Tower. It's the tallest campus in Europe and the 5th tallest campus in the world. It's a 32 skyscraper floor, and it's an extremely exciting place to study at, especially as it's in the heart of the financial district in Madrid. We value learning by doing, which means that we want you to shape your own future and your own experience at IE. So you have the opportunity to pick your electives and advanced seminars. You have usually the opportunity to go for an international exchange year or 2 semesters. Most of our degree will include an internship of 6 months. And for every single student, they have access to the IEU lab in their 1st or 2nd year. So what is the IEU lab? It's basically the opportunity to gain work experience on campus alongside a scholar and your classmate and a team from a company. For example, the communication lab worked with Twitter on the COVID campaign that the city of Madrid started. It was extremely interesting for them to see the different communication according to the psychographic, etc. We also have more than 160 partners in terms of exchange programs across the world, from the US to Canada to Europe to Africa to the Middle East and even New Zealand and Australia, name it. You have many opportunities to go abroad as part of your experience at IE. We also have a joint summer program with Brown University, which means that you can spend a couple of weeks in Providence and actually transfer your credits without any problem. We benefit from 100 plus active IEU clubs. We have our own newspaper and more than 5 different podcasts at IE. The clubs are geared towards your career aspiration, your nationality, or simply your hobbies and affinities. We're the first university in Spain, 7th in Europe, and 23rd university worldwide. 95% of our students find the job upon graduation. And you have more than 45% of our students that end up working in a country that's not their country of origin. So how to apply for the transfer students? You can apply on Common App, or you can transfer Common App, or you can apply in our own platform. You will need to submit your high school grades from grade 9 to grade 12, as well as your university transcript for the past 2 years. You'll need 2 letters of recommendation, a test score. So if you took the SAT, just submit your SAT score. Otherwise, you can take our own test. You don't need to prepare for it, and you don't need to pay to take it, and it's pretty straightforward. Then once you receive your application, we will invite you for the Kira assessment, which is a very short online assessment with a robot that will ask you a couple of questions. And finally, we will review your profile and decide whether we want to invite you for an interview or not. From start to finish, the application process take up to 4 weeks, considering that you submit every single documents. And we help you. We have a department that help you determine which modules are transferable in terms of credits and which are not. And I'm happy to answer further questions later on if you have any questions. Thank you for listening, and I'll let the floor to my colleague.
Great, thank you so much. Next up is Texas A&M University at Galveston.
Howdy. Here in Texas, we say howdy. Thank you for coming and visiting with, hearing what my colleagues and I have to say about our fantastic schools. So I'll go ahead and get started. We are Texas A&M at the Galveston campus, better known as Aggies by the Sea. We have we're skill specific. Our life evolves around the marine and maritime lifestyle. So we have all types of things, business and all these degrees that I will discuss with you. It's just around the maritime and marine life. Here is a beautiful view of our campus. Yes, we are literally on the water. We are an island, a small island connected to an island, which is Galveston Island. You will cross the bridge to get into Galveston, and then you must cross the Pelican Bridge to get into Pelican Island for Texas A&M University at Galveston. This is our boat basin. You see our general rudder that's right there in the front. And fun fact about the rudder is it's named after General Rudder, who was instrumental in allowing women on our campus in 1973 with limited admissions. So it was Texas A&M at Galveston was a predominantly all-male military campus until 1973, and then they started allowing women. Now there are just as many women here on campus as there are men. Galveston has a great lifestyle for historical, live music, the beach, very wonderful lifestyle. You come here, great mom and pop shops, eateries, those type things, and events. We are a small campus. We're 2,300 undergraduate and grad students at any given time. Although we've been in a pandemic, we did have some classes, labs rather, that had to go because we're so highly interactive in our degree plans. So we only offer 13 undergraduate degree plans, and here they are. Everything you see with an asterisk by it means that it has license option. License option are for those of you who are interested in captaining your own ship with unlimited tonnage. And so you can use that for commercial reasons, captain your own ship, research. We have those degrees. So marine engineering technology, marine transportation, you must, the Maritime Business Administration. So those degrees, marine biology, our MARBIs, they get licenses as well. We have other degrees, as I said earlier before, where you can utilize Texas A&M and Galveston, such as the business administration degree. It is business, it's just around the maritime life. Ocean and coastal resources is our pre-health, pre-dental, pre-veterinarian degree. And so students that are interested on that side of the house can come. We also, if you're interested in being a marine biology, people use that degree many times for pre-veterinarian programs. So because we put you out in the water, you culture your own samples, you get all those things. And then for those of us who are interested in university studies, such as pre-law or the historical side, we have that. And we have tourism and coastal community development. So here's some of our Aggie traditions. We say howdy, as I said to you before. We have midnight yell practice here on Thursdays. There's Miss Reveille, our mascot. She is cared for, and she does come to Texas A&M Galveston. We do muster and silver taps. Those who are Aggie alum and those who may pass away while they're still yet attending schools. And they are here doing our Mardi Gras. So you see that in the background, which is in the historical district. Lots of people, lots of fun. Here's our Texas A&M Maritime Academy. Well, this is where you would stay if you choose the license option. The Texas Maritime Academy, we are one of 6 in the entire US. So that way you can get the license and offer this type of training. You go out on 4 summer cruises where you get your hands-on experience about captaining your own ship. So if you're in high school, dual credit or AP credit, these are some of the things you want to look at. Dual credit, 1301 English, history, all those things are transferable. Freshmen, if not going to do dual credit or AP credit, then 4 years of English, science, and math. We are test optional through spring 2022. Executive team has not given us further information if we'll be test optional in fall 2022 or not. We can help you, assist you with that as time grows closer. For our transfer students, love you guys too. 24 transferable hours. You have a fall deadline of June 30th. A minimum GPA of 2.5. If you're interested in any of our transfer guys, love to assist with that and help you transfer over. So take a picture of this with your phone. This is how you can contact us. admissions@taymug.edu is what my colleagues and we man this email every day. And many things come to us or students send to us that we answer. And so it's a good way to, or call us directly where we can speak with you. One of us is always in the office when the other one is out on the road. So thank you guys again for coming out and listening to us. Appreciate that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And next up is SUNY Potsdam.
Hi guys, John Lewis, admissions counselor here with SUNY Potsdam, just getting my slides ready to go here. We are actually located upstate New York in the beautiful Adirondack Mountains. So this is a great shot. Satterley Hall, one of our oldest buildings on campus. We call it the Clock Tower, and that's overlooking the beautiful River Racket River right in our backyard. And for some of you students in Pennsylvania, we are merely a 4-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive, depending where you are, to our campus. So pretty cool place to be. Now, what about us? History and fun facts. We are the smallest and oldest 4-year college in the SUNY system. That is State University of New York. So that's all of our state schools. We have roughly 3,500 students and 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so very personalized. We are rated #1 in food. So if you love good food, we got #1 food in the SUNY system. We have over 400 fine arts events and performances a year. We have 17 intercollegiate sports teams, so definitely get involved. We have 4 colleges within a 10-mile setting, us, Clarkson University, St. Lawrence University, and SUNY Canton. And we are, again, just located outside the beautiful Adirondack Mountains, and we have some great shots from around the campus there on the right. Anything from our greenhouses, canoeing on the Racket River, or even just building a snowman. Now, what about opportunities here at Potsdam? We have some 54 majors, 60 minors. We have 3 divisions of school. We have the Crane School of Music. So if you're somebody that's a musician, that is our Crane School of Music, the School of Arts and Sciences, and our School of Education and Professional Studies. So if you're dreaming of being a teacher. The Lougheed Center for Applied Learning is another unique opportunity. We have internships and service learning that take place there, student research opportunities, student fellowships, study abroad opportunities, career services, and we even have a law enforcement training institute, which many students take advantage of with the Criminal Justice Program. We also have a robust library system in addition to that. Now, campus involvement. We have 100 clubs and organizations, anything from Anthropology Club, ROTC, Black Student Alliance, Cheerleading, Gender and Sexuality Alliance, Rugby, a cappella groups, Ultimate Frisbee, many, many more. Campus life events include workshops, concerts, anything from trips, athletic events. We also have D3 athletic opportunities, as well as intramural and club sports. And we even have an indoor climbing wall, an ice arena, indoor heated swimming pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, all located in Maxey, our athletic center. Now, applying to SUNY Potsdam as a transfer student, we are on the Common Application or SUNY application, does not matter to us. We have rolling admission here at Potsdam, so basically you can apply up to any semester that you'd like to. Application fee is merely $50, and that information is located on our website, potsdam.edu/admissions/apply/transfer. Required materials is your official high school transcript, official college transcript or transcripts, and we'll do an academic review. Cumulative college GPA must be at least a 2.0, and our average accepted student GPA is right around a 3.0. Transfer credit evaluations are sent soon after the offer of admission is given. Now, the biggest thing for us, we have financial aid and merit scholarship opportunities. So right now, for the cost of attendance for an out-of-state student and internationals, right around $32,521 for the entire year. That includes your tuition, fees, room, and board for the entire year. Now, most importantly, for most of our students, please complete your FAFSA, okay? studentaid.ed.gov/SA/FAFSA, just to make sure you're considered for federal grants, loans, work study. And the biggest thing for us, we have some merit scholarship opportunities that are very, very generous. So please, if you get a chance, potsdam.edu/scholarships, you will find that information located there. For further information with our campus, you definitely want to reach out to Terry Francis. He is our Associate Director of Admissions, and his phone number is 315-267-2129. Francito@potsdam.edu is Terry's email address. Again, potsdam.edu, and also check out our visit page, including a virtual tour. That is potsdam.edu/visit. But it's a very great opportunity to take advantage of, tour our facilities. We have a great virtual tour on there to see that. We also have something called Potsdam Spotlight. So that's with a certain department or area of interest that might catch your attention. So that is on that visit page. And we are open to visitors right now. So if you guys want to shoot on up to the campus, we would love to have you visit, and we'll give you a complete tour of the campus and talk with one of our folks in the admissions office. And that is complete for me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now we have some time for Q&A before we conclude this session. And so I'd invite all of our presenters to come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? And I'll ask our presenters to respond in the same order that they presented.
Basically, what I would suggest that students do is when you're going through the transfer process and you're looking at different institutions, is research institution, make a pro and con list about what schools offer, what the cost, what you're looking for. Make sure you know how your credits transfer, reach out to the transfer counselors at each institution, find out their processes, and just basically do your research. And that's the main thing as a transfer student, is you want to maximize the credits, not only how they transfer to a certain institution, but how they apply to that institution. So because a credit may transfer to may or may not mean that it counts toward the degree program you're looking for. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of echo what Bill said, but take your time and just make sure you get all the information available. Like he said, make sure your credits aren't just transferring in as free electives, but they're being applied to your degree path. Make sure you have a good understanding of your financial aid, not just in year one, but how that's going to look until you complete your degree. Get a better idea of how long it's going to take for you to finish your degree. Some universities courses are only offered at specific times, and you might be an extra semester just based off of when you're transferring into the institution. So just try to think of all those little things that sometimes can kind of get lost in the overwhelming process of the college search. And kind of like Bill said, just do your homework, take your time, and be thorough.
Advice from my end, I advise that you take the time to find an institution that mirrors your value, that understand what you already did, and basically research the classes, the courses, reach out to students, make sure that you will like the classes that you'll be studying, but more importantly, that you fit in the culture you're going to evolve in the next few years. And also think about it as a passport. Is it going to take you where you picture yourself after graduating? Is this a place where you're going to grow personally and professionally as much as you want and you wish to? And basically have a scorecard, pros and cons, what you want, what you don't want, what you're looking for, and what you're willing to trade on. Okay.
Hi, you guys, transfer groups. So I would offer early. Be early with everything that my great colleagues have said. Be early. Starting even freshman year is great. Junior year would you would be amazed at the timeline you would need to gain information, process that information, to get to the point where you actually make a decision, also looking for scholarships and those kind of things. So early is the key. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Persistence will get you far. So you find that one person that's willing to talk to you about where you're trying to go, and you stick to them and ask questions. Or if you don't know what to ask, say, what should I ask? One of the things that I've learned in transfer, look at the degree plans. So you say you want to be business, but you hate math. You may want to look at the degree plans, kind of see if what's being offered and required, if it matches up with your own strengths. I would say that as well.
No, and pretty much what everybody's been saying so far, just, you want to make sure you compare everything, you want to make sure that you find a good fit with your next home. Do I see myself here, continuing my education? I think those are just the key points for any of us. At the end of the day, are you going to be happy? Are you going to be successful? Because if you're not, then obviously you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be happy. So that's something that we always say. And I think too, just make sure that whatever school you're at now, try to ramp up those grades, do better. You might get some scholarship money from us. So at the end of the day, that's something I tell my students, like, hey, strive to go better, right? So wherever you are right now, don't say, hey, I'm going to just, give up. I'm done with this. I'm going to just get all F's in my class and check out. No, we want to see that you're continuing to be successful. You're doing your best. You may not like where you are right now, or hey, maybe you are graduating community college, whatever it may be. Just, you really want to rock those grades, because that could help you with some transfer scholarships for many of us. So make sure to do that.
Excellent. Thank you all. Our next question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
Our favorite event is something that is relatively new at IUP. We have a welcome week for incoming freshmen, but also incoming transfers can take part in this as well. It used to be a welcome weekend. Last year was welcome week, and with everything that happened with COVID, it kind of threw everything in for a loop, where a lot of things had to be planned virtually. So this will be our first welcome week that is mostly in person this fall. So it's an opportunity to not only meet people that are new to the university, but also just to kind of understand what our resources are, what we have available. There are going to be different sessions that students can enroll in, kind of like a mock schedule, you might say, to kind of get you familiar with how the semester may go along. There'll be some opportunities for Static, which our student events organization, to have events that week for students. So definitely, if you choose to come to IUP this year, take advantage of it and look at this as an opportunity to get connected to the university.
Yeah, for at Harrisburg University, I touched on a little bit during my presentation, but we have an event, it's called Hue Festival. It's a large esports competition that we have on campus, but we also have musical performances and dance performances and art presentations. We shut down Market Street from 3rd to 4th Street and bring a bunch of vendors and have all different types of events and activities planned. And it takes place about 2 to 3 weeks into that fall semester. So for incoming students, whether they be traditional freshmen or transfer students, it's a good opportunity to interact with your classmates. Almost serves as an icebreaker really early on during your time at HU, getting out, interacting with the community. Like I said, we are located downtown city Harrisburg. We like to say the city is your campus. So this is kind of that introduction to everything that's available to you and around you. And you can kind of see a little bit of what the esports scene is like. It's kind of a rapidly growing field right now. Since we don't have university athletics, the esports is really the one team that students can kind of rally around for a sense of school pride. So it's a pretty fun event activity that we've been doing for the past 3 years that our students always really enjoy.
At IU, we celebrate IE Day, and basically every 13th of March, all of our students, no matter where they are at, celebrate just being an IE part of the community. We have we have dancers, music, food. We get very original with our contests during that day. And basically this year we did it virtually with a scavenge hunt. And it was very, very cute. Everyone, no matter where they were, looking for our mascot and showing us a part of, their life and their houses, etc. And yeah, it's my favorite day because we're basically celebrating diversity and being together.
So here in Texas, we love football. So we have yell practice here on Thursday night at the Galveston campus, and we all travel to College Station to the main campus and have yell practice and get all fired up for the game on the weekend. So it's a really big thing. Plus the tailgating, we go big. So lots of barbecue, lots of beer, that kind of thing.
I'm gonna say for us, we have a Loco Arts Festival that's huge for us. So all sorts of creative groups, performances, music, theatrical productions. So that's called LOKO, so Loco Arts Festival. And then we have our Crane School of Music, which is part of us. So our music school is putting on tons of productions, performances. So a lot of our students just check in on that to get some energy from. So.
Excellent. Thank you all so much. So that brings us to the end of our session. And I want to say thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We do appreciate your feedback. This is just one of many sessions happening as part of this college fair, so please do sign up for more. And you'll be able to find a recording from this session as well as others in about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And so again, thank you so much to all of our presenters, and have a great rest of your night.